ladies in the pool. And after the breaststroke, the 102-point deficit cut to 55, but Michigan, they've got to come through with some big points as Indiana still in the lead.
Ohio State University.
Two swimmers in this final for Michigan. Indiana has two swimmers. Ohio State has three in the final here.
Bernie Gunther, three-time Olympic gold medalist, Roddy Gaines, Olympian Margot Farrell, Manny Pollard with you. Glad you're with us. Vini Lanza, the sophomore from Indiana. A lot of pressure on him because obviously if he wins this event, it's almost going to be assured that the Hoosiers are going to walk away with this title. It's getting closer and closer to that point, but obviously a win here from Vini Lanza really helps.
I think you're right, Bernie. Mathematically, it's still possible. Obviously, you have DQs on a relay that could wipe away any kind of points, but Indiana heavily favored in the 400 free relay. I'd be shocked if he doesn't win this. But this is a guy this freshman from Michigan, Smacho, his best time was back in December, 145 flat. That was at a regular meet in December. He goes 142.8 in the second qualifier here in the final.
50-time All-American. Lenzi, freshman from Ohio State, another freshman. How about this? The middle three lanes of this 200 butterfly, all underclassmen.
Yeah, in fact, this is a young field. Two freshmen, three sophomore, and those kids in the middle of the pool you mentioned right there in the top three. Freshman, sophomore, freshman. Lanza was second in the 100 at this meet. He was third last year in this event. It'll be a nice little win here for the sophomore heading into his junior year from Brazil, Lanza.
200 IM champion at this meet. This could be maybe the most grueling event in all of swimming, depending on the perspective, especially for youngsters.
Well, yeah, I mean, when you talk about an ordinary Joe like you and I, yeah, absolutely, the 200 fly is. We've talked to somebody like a Michael Phelps, who I've asked a million times, what is the hardest 200 he swum? He's the only guy that I can think of that swims all four 200s just world class. He always says the 200 fly is the easiest if you're in great shape because you develop that great tempo and that great rhythm, and that's exactly what Lanza's doing right now. That great arm recovery, swinging forward. Hands don't get stuck at the finish. Working almost every major muscle, though. You're right, Bernie, on that part.
75 yards to go. Lanza in the lead in front of Lenzi, the freshman from Ohio State. He's looking smooth. Trying to bring home his second Big Ten title of these championships.
He's going to have a little battle there. Lenzi's not giving it to him, the freshman from Ohio State. But you can see that great acceleration he has underneath his body. Boy, this right now is shaping up to be a two-person race, and it depends on this last turn.
How about Lenz underwater? The freshman trying to come from behind. Lanza trying to hold him off, and by the nick of just 5/100ths, Lanza from Indiana, his second Big Ten title, he goes 1:40.97. Lenz, the freshman, finishing second. And how about White from Michigan finishing third overall?
Well, you talked about Lenz last turn, but watch Lanza. He has that white cap right in the middle. See how he disappears? Goes real deep in that great breakout. The breakout by Lenz, he kept his head down, but it was the finish. Lanza was 26.5 on the end. Lenz was 26.7 rather. And it was only by about 3/10 of a second actually, that Lanza got it. But he is the Big Ten champion for the second time here in Columbus.
Hoosiers are fired up, trying to bring the title back for the first time since 2006. They built this program from the bottom up, and again, another big win from their underclassmen, and Margot is down with the winner.
You are going home with a silver and 2 golds. How does this race compare to the rest of your championships?
It's awesome. This competition was awesome for me. I trained really hard to be prepared for this moment, and I enjoy every piece of opportunity that I had.
Well, congratulations. Thank you.
Big win for Lanza, 32 more points, headed to Indiana. As Manny Pollard